The Cobbler Who Pretended to be a Doctor by Aesop for ESL students. Updated, June 12, 2025 by Dr. Muhammad Hossein Hariri ASL. Time to read, 5 minutes 16 views no comments. Table of contents. Video of the Cobbler Who Pretended to be a Doctor. The Cobbler Who Pretended to be a Doctor. Proverbs of the short story. English vocabulary in real context. Moral of the short story. Discussion questions. The Cobbler Who Pretended to be a Doctor by Aesop for ESL students with a video, vocabulary practice in real context, moral of the short story, and discussion questions to test your reading comprehension. Video of the Cobbler Who Pretended to be a Doctor. The Cobbler Who Pretended to be a Doctor. There once was a cobbler who wasn't very good at fixing shoes. After struggling to make a living, he gave up his trade and decided to become a doctor instead. He started telling everyone that he had a special cure that could protect against any poison. Thanks to his talent for self-promotion, he quickly gained a reputation and fooled many people. One day, the cobbler got seriously ill. The king, curious about the so-called miracle cure, decided to put it to the test. He had a cup brought to him and pretended to mix poison into it, though he only added water. Then he handed it to the cobbler and told him to drink his own antidote. Panicked and afraid he was about to die, the cobbler admitted the truth. He didn't know anything about medicine, and his antidote was fake. The king then gathered the people and said, "What could be more foolish than this? You wouldn't even trust this man with your shoes, and yet you were willing to trust him with your lives." Proverbs of the short story. Don't judge a book by its cover. This means you shouldn't trust someone's appearance or confidence alone. The cobbler appeared to be a skilled doctor, but in reality, he had no medical knowledge. All that glitters is not gold. Not everything that looks valuable or true is actually genuine. The cobbler's fancy words and false reputation hid his lack of ability. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Pretending to know something without true understanding can lead to harmful consequences, for yourself and others. The cobbler's lies almost cost him his life. English vocabulary in real context. Cobbler, a person who repairs shoes. Trade, a job or occupation, especially one requiring manual skills, e.g., carpenter, tailor. Cure, something that makes a sick person healthy again. Poison, a substance that can make people very sick or cause death if eaten or drunk. Reputation, what people generally think about someone, good or bad. Fool, to trick or deceive someone. Pretend, to act as if something is true when it is not. Antidote, a medicine that stops or protects against poison. Admit, to say something is true, especially something wrong or embarrassing. Foolish, lacking good sense or judgment, silly or unwise. Moral of the short story. The moral of this short story is that people should not blindly trust those who pretend to have knowledge or skills they do not truly possess. Just because someone is confident or persuasive doesn't mean they are qualified. True expertise comes from training and experience, not from clever words or false advertising. The cobbler deceived others and eventually exposed himself by his own fear. It teaches us to be cautious about who we place our trust in, especially in serious matters like health or safety. Discussion questions. Why did the cobbler decide to become a doctor? How did the king test the cobbler's supposed cure? What lesson did the king teach the people at the end of the story? Share this post. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Telegram, email. About the author. Dr. Muhammad Hossein Hariri ASL. Dr. Muhammad Hossein Hariri ASL is an English and Persian instructor, educator, researcher, inventor, published author, blogger, SEO expert, website developer, entrepreneur, and the creator of LELB Society. He's got a PhD in TFL, teaching English as a foreign language. Number of posts, 4181. Related posts. The Wolf and the Shepherd by Aesop for ESL students. English short stories. The Stag with One Eye by Aesop for ESL students. English short stories. The Tuna and the Dolphin by Aesop for ESL students. English short stories. Related keywords. Aesop's fables, deception, expertise, job, medicine, poison, pretentious, proverb, skills, trusting.